the capital today, Election Commission is set to hear an all-important case. An entire full bench has been called because the two factions of AIADMK, which has been fighting over the symbol of AIADMK, will be presenting their case in front of the Election Commission. These are the two leaf symbols that will be presented at the Election Commission from the EPS and the OPS faction as well. Let's take a listen into some of the reactions that are coming in. All right, we'll go to the reactions in just a bit, but let's also take you through that how the entire case has panned out. It is the Open-Ear Selvam faction which has claimed that once they fight the RK Nagar bypoll, they want to fight it under the AIADMK banner with the symbol of AIADMK. And now you also have EPS, which has said that our party is the party representing AIADMK, and when we fight for RK Nagar bypolls, it is the symbol of the party that we will be using. So between the two factions, it's a fight for symbol. Whose symbol is it? And it's important because it is Jaya's constituency. After her demise, it's fallen vacant. You have April 12th that's been fixed as a date for the polls. But till now, we've not had any resolution. Both the camps claiming their authority over the symbol. Election Commission set to decide on this matter. Time running out very crucially because it will be a fight to finish, because RK Nagar constituency is the first polls that will be held after Jaya's demise, which will talk about that on whose side the public is in. The public speaking for which faction, and that's why it is important that both the factions present their case. The war over AIADMK poll symbol that is heating up since morning. We'll have to see that how the poll panel will decide. According to the initial rules that have been laid down, party constitution has to be followed, and also the number of legislators whose side has maximum legislators, the decision could tilt in their favor. In this case, it is Parnisamy who's been able to prove majority on the floor as well, and that's why you've had the majority with the EPS. Let me go across to my colleague Parveena, who's joining us. So Parveena, what's expected at the Election Commission of India? Have the leaders started coming in? Parveena, if you can hear me at the moment, can you take us through whether leaders from either of the factions have started coming in? What's expected at the Election Commission today?
Yes, Devina, the leaders have started coming in. We have seen 2 or 3 leaders who have just entered the Election Commission building, which is just behind us. It will begin in no time now. Well, some ministers from the Sasikala faction and 2-3 ministers from the OPS faction have reached, but we're still waiting for the senior leaders to reach here. The OPS faction will have Maitreyan and 2 other MPs who will be coming and meeting here the Election Commission, and also the Sasikala faction will have Shanmugan and 2 other MPs with, and few other MPs with them to meet the EC. For now, they have started pouring in. Few of the arguments from both the sides which they are prepared. I would read 1 or 2 arguments which are from the Sasikala faction, which say that majority of MLAs and MPs are on their side, and Sasikala's nomination as the General Secretary done as by laws of AIADMK. Also, members in OPS faction proposed Sasikala's name but now have broken away from the party. Whereas the OPS faction has prepared few arguments to put in front of the Election Commission, Devina, which are appointment of Sasikala as General Secretary is not valid because it violates party's bylaws.
Okay.
Also, Sasikala was not elected.
Parveena, be with me. Parveena, be with me right now. We also have C. Rajasekharan of the AIADMK who's joining us. Let me get his viewpoint as well. So, Mr. Rajasekharan, it is a fight between 2 of AIADMK faction, but it's also a fight to claim that whose side voters are on. Now, what is the contention of the Parnisamy faction?
See, I am not a member of AIADMK, but I support the United AIADMK, which is under the leadership of Madam Sasikala Natarajan and the TTV Dinagaran. So, going by the merit of this whole episode, the majority MLAs, MPs, elected representatives and General Council members are with AIADMK, the United AIADMK, the original AIADMK party, which was run by late Madam Jayalalitha. So going by the merit of the issue, the Election Commission would decide in favor of AIADMK under TTV Dinagaran only, because only 5 to 10 people are with the Open-Ear Selvam.
But what about now in this fight of Jaya legacy between the two factions, what about the voters' faith in AIADMK? They voted for all the MLAs. Isn't it time now that this legacy fight stops? Because it's come to the Election Commission doorstep. You'll have bypolls on April 12th. What happens to the faith that voters are reimposed in AIADMK when you see this kind of a slug war over the election symbol?
See, it is most unfortunate, and the O. Pannirselvam group, which is a group of 10 people, are creating a situation where it is going to help only the DMK, which is the arch rivals of ADMK from the period of Dr. Purachi Talaivar MGR and Purachi Talaivi Jayalalitha. So going by these developments, Pannirselvam is only acting at the behest of DMK leader MK Stalin and others. He is only helping the DMK. If he wants to follow the legacy of Jayalalitha ji, he should be grateful to Jayalalitha.
Okay. Mr. Rajasekharan, why do you say that MK Stalin is helping O. Pannirselvam? It's a fight between Pannirselvam and Palnisamy.
No, it is Pannirselvam is only helping the DMK. He is not helping the ADMK. He is taking away and creating a situation where it is going to help DMK. So he is ungrateful to his own party, which promoted him from rags to riches. It is unfortunate.
All right, but what about the charges that now TTV Dinakaran, who's going to fight from the RK Nagar bypolls, will there be a rethink on that once the symbol fight is decided by Election Commission? There have been also a petition filed in the court questioning his candidature given the record against him about the corruption cases and FERA cases.
See, if somebody is convicted by the apex court, the Honorable Supreme Court, he cannot contest election. Apart from that, setting aside all these allegations are just mere allegations to play to the galleries, and that doesn't hold good in the court of law. The court will decide. It's too hypothetical to speculate on the judgment of the High Court, the public interest. But
okay, Mr. Rajasekharan, I'll have to interrupt you. Sorry, sir, because you have C.R. Saraswati also joining us at the moment. I want to get her viewpoint as well. Ms. Saraswati, it's a legacy war that we are seeing being played out. We'd seen the floor test happen. We'd seen the tussle out on the streets as well between both the factions of the AIADMK. But as the Election Commission is set to hear the matter today, what is the Palnisamy counter going to be?
One thing I can say, Shoma, we'll be getting our symbol back. You're talking about the symbol, if I'm right, because your voice is very low for me. You're asking about the symbol today, isn't it? Hello?
Yes, Ms. Saraswati, asking about the election symbol fight. What is your faction going to list out in front of the Election Commission?
We have given all the bylaws very clearly. We have selected our Honorable General Secretary Chinnamma in a proper way. We all are signed in the paper. All the members are signed in it. Even Mr. Pannirselvam was the first person to sign in the paper. He was the first person to take it. So everything we did last for bylaw. Because they have gone out now, we are just creating a problem today. But we are very sure we'll be getting our symbol back. Nobody can stop it.
Saraswati, also, the Pannirselvam camp has said and questioned the General Secretary post being given to Sasikala. They've said that she should be removed from that post. And that is also another matter that will come.
He was the first person to sign the paper. He was the first person to say Chinnamma to become a General Secretary. He was the first person to sign and take the paper. Everything in presence of him, he was leading everything that day. Today he is not a Chief Minister. He can't get the Chief Minister post. He is telling this. That's it. Everybody knows it. Even people knows it. Everybody knows it. Now he was the first person to sign it that day. He never objected that day.
Right. Now the strength of the MLAs, the strength of the party cadre seems to be with your camp at the moment. But do you believe that Pannirselvam has a chance of taking the symbol as well?
No way at all, ma. Our majority MLAs are here. Our majority MPs are here. And our all cadres are here. Definitely we'll be getting the symbol because we have the right to get the symbol.
And what about the questions being raised on Mr. Dinakaran's candidature in RK Nagar bypolls? There are questions being raised that why is it that in spite of the FERA cases pending against him, he's been allowed to contest the polls?
He was already an MP. He was in the party in all important posts. We really selected a nice and very humble candidate. Definitely he'll work for the people. He will take all Amma schemes to the people and he will be very flexible to the people. He's a right candidate and he definitely will do all the work what Amma did in that constituency.
So there is no rethink on his candidature for RK Nagar bypoll?
Sorry?
Is there a rethink on Mr. Dinakaran's candidature for RK Nagar bypoll, or AIADMK is going ahead with him in spite of all the controversies?
No controversy. Controversy, who is making controversy? Only Mr. OPS group is making controversy, not the people or others. We are very confident, definitely people, because already Amma has done so many things to RK Nagar and she has promised so many things. All those things definitely will take
But
to the people.
are you
People will
confident?
believe it.
Are you confident that voters will reimpose faith in AIADMK under Sasikala when TTV Dinakaran is also fielded at the same time, and the same person who is also asked by Ms. Jayalalitha to leave from the party? Do you believe that voters will reimpose their faith if you win the election symbol fight as well, if you get TTV Dinakaran to fight the polls?
Okay, in ADMK history, our Honorable
Okay.
Chief Minister Amma used to take somebody for some time. If something happens, she will remove again, she will join. You would have seen a lot of ministers also, they lose the post and again they will come back. It happens in
Okay.
ADMK. It's not the first time happening. It happens. Amma used to give something she wants to take, she will take again, she will call them back. There's nothing wrong, I mean, a new thing in ADMK.